What's up, everyone? This is the BumCast presented by Green Valley Wine and Spirits, 344 Commons Drive in Bolingbrook, Illinois. I am your host, HBIC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, Joey P, and a returning Dougie Fresh.
Welcome back, brother.
Welcome back, Dougie.
What's going on, fellas?
I just had a fire drill right now because, Peter, you hit the intro. I realized my mic was still charging. I had to scramble to go get it off the charger and get it plugged in. I was like, oh, man, I'm about to go in with the laptop audio going through. It's going to sound horrible.
Did you sprint? Are you winded?
Yeah.
Get him the oxygen tank right now.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I feel like, there's a lot going on, man. We got, Sox are doing good. There's a lot of base games on right now. Their NCAA championship is on. It's on right now. Like, a lot going on. I'm very distracted right now.
We appreciate everyone that chose to watch us live instead of the White Sox and or the NCAA basketball game. Or in JT's case, he's watching all 7 of his TVs at one time, so it doesn't matter for him. But for everyone else, we appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
But I'll address this comment right off the bat. This bad boy, I'm not in witness protection. You're confusing me with Luke's profile.
Yeah. Still on private.
It's still on private.
That little lock on it.
Yeah, that little lock on it. Keeping him nice and cozy away from the Twitters. Yeah, no, dude. I know you guys dealt with a lot of weather. I had a little bit of weather myself on my trip. Started off a little rough at the airport. Dude,
let's hear some stories.
Here we go. This guy goes on like a 12-day vacation, and he's gonna woe is me the TSA line and a little bit of rain he got in New Orleans. Let's hear it.
I will say, well, we also missed a port too.
What?
So I did miss a port and due to weather, and I was stuck on the cruise ship with unlimited beverages. It was terrible.
Poor you.
Yeah. Poor Dougie got stuck drinking. Got stuck drinking for free on a boat.
That whole Buffalo line trace. Yeah, I know the whole lineup.
I will tell you this though. It was a rough start off to that trip, man. We got delayed really, really badly at the airport. I know I was texting you guys the entire time. Yeah, I mean, we flew through TSA. It was about probably maybe anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes to get through TSA, which was awesome. I was really worried about that. But got through. So we ended up getting there like 3 hours early for no reason. And then we got delayed like big time. We were supposed to be in New Orleans at like 8:30 at night, and we ended up not getting there till almost 3:30 in the morning. Changing the big thing is, and I was going to use it as my bum of the week, but it's just relative to me right now. Dude, why consistently, like when they're delaying flights, why do we do gate changes so many fucking times? Can we just say like, hey, we don't have a gate for you? We changed gates 7 times. And
Holy shit.
it was in I know maybe you guys aren't super aware. I know Peter, no, you were Midway, right? When you were TSA?
I was Midway TSA.
Okay. So Terminal 3 or whatever, it's like the three main legs of the octopus in O'Hare. So you got like basically the three terminals. We were basically going bink to bink to bink to bink to bink to bink to bink. We were just bouncing around like crazy. And every time we would get settled, it was just like a whole nother fucking thing to where you got to get up, you would with the kids. Dude, we ended up spending close to $700 at the airport between
Holy shit.
You got Jerry?
dude.
At the
Yeah, I got
got
Jared
Jerry.
at the airport.
What?
dude.
Jerry at O'Hare.
Yeah. But dude, you think about it, like, dude, like we weren't planning on eating dinner there. We ended up eating dinner there. We, every time the kids turn around, they see something else because, dude, they got a vending machine for fucking everything now. I was buying football cards out of the vending machine. They got a whole Lego vending machine at O'Hare now.
Whoa.
Where you can just buy.
Do they have the dinosaur?
I can't say. I was trying to get my kids away.
You think
from
the
all of that
dinosaur is
shit.
gonna fit in a vending machine, Jay?
Dude, the vending machine, if I had to give you a size, it was probably maybe like 3 photo booths put together. Big window, huge window.
Yeah.
But no, they did not have the White Castle vending machine. And I'm kind of
That's
glad.
disappointing.
No,
That
yeah, that's the
would've-
only
yeah.
one I would approve on spending $700 at.
So
But yeah.
So O'Hare now has like when you walk down one of the wings, it's gonna say the Jerry Reinsdorf Memorial Terminal.
Oh, dude, no, it's gonna say the freshes were here, dude. Because I went to like 6 different bars.
They should put like a brick with your name on it, like outside of stadiums.
Yes, no,
Like
just a
Dougie
black and white, a black and white photo. Like we'll never forget, Yeah,
That's
dude. But
crazy.
yeah, it was just brutal. It was just like not the way to start off the trip. Like it is what it is, though. It's weather. I mean, you guys were dealing with it too on your end. But yeah, I mean, other than that, one kind of quick little funny story. We were eating at the steakhouse the one night, and they have like outside dinner.
Fuck this.
They have an outside dining. And nobody really wanted to sit on it because there was like kind of a wind. So we were the only table out there, and we were kind of getting like ignored basically because we were the only people out there. So Madison asked for ketchup for her fries. Doesn't come. He comes back out. He's like, "Oh, the ketchup for your fries." I give him a couple of minutes. I just went in the kitchen. I went inside, went to the thing, and I went right up to the pass. And dude, they were like, Mary and the kids were laughing their asses off. They could see me right at the pass. I just walk right up to the pass, and I'm like, "Chef needs ketchup," and they're like, "Yes, chef." And they go, "Yes, chef," and they go like this. They go to hand it, and then they look, and I'm like, "Yeah, we just need a ketchup." And we start walking away, and I'm like, "Work on those ticket times too." It was. I was at that moment of the night, so.
Trespassing.
Yeah, but
And that's how you didn't get boarded to your plane.
Yeah, that's how he missed. That's how he missed
Yeah.
the port. He was arrested for stealing ketchup.
yeah, right.
JT has a good idea. Airport pub crawl.
I basically did one, and yeah,
I don't know if that's a good idea, Jay.
It is.
Well, financially it's not, but maybe if you actually accomplish it, you can get like a free flight or like credits towards a flight or something.
Yeah.
Instead of getting like a T-shirt, like you normally get for a pub crawl, like make it worth your while for spending $700.
So the one thing that I noticed at a couple of these airport bars is they offer you the 20%, 25%, 30%, or no tip. They don't let you choose other anymore, which sucks because it's like, you're already paying airport premium or whatever. So like, I'm good with like doing like $2 a drink, something like that. But dude, when you're paying like an airport premium and your smallest option is 20%, you're paying a $6 tip on 2 drinks. So Mary got a seltzer, I got a Modelo, and it came out to like 30 something bucks. With tip comes out to $36 for a round. That hurts.
That's like buying 2 beers at a Blackhawks game.
Yeah, but they're the 12-ounce 12-ounce Modelo's.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Got to
I don't
tip
know.
cash. Just carry cash.
I know, dude. I'm not a cash
Cash-
guy.
Cash
You
is
know what's
king.
crazy is that you fucking brag about being a paper ticket guy. You would
I
think paper tickets and cash go hand in hand.
Paper currency.
You
You're
think
right.
you think Dougie would have like a stack like just
Yes.
rubber bands and like here we go. Let me go all these big bills here. You know.
I will tell you, I still haven't bought a new wallet from Turkey yet, so that thing is still stretched out to shit. I can't put anything in it right now. I gotta stop being cheap and get myself a new wallet here. But
Well,
yeah,
maybe if you didn't do $700 airport bills and steak dinners, you could afford a new wallet.
I know. Yeah.
Luna's glad he doesn't fly. Thanks for making it easier for me to say no.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't fly next to your big ass. Who wants to sit next to you?
Let's get to a couple of super chats.
Yeah, a couple super chats here. Pedro, super chat. Cheers.
Sports-
I gotta run and get a beer. I need
Sports.
something.
You ran and got your microphone. That you did not run and get your beer. That's all right. You could run and get a beer after we play a quick ad afterwards.
I might have to. Gordo, cheers, Joey P and the bums. Screw Dougie. Thank you, Gordo, for everything.
Hell yeah.
Weekend.
Oh, Gordo
yeah,
would love
Gordo.
the airport. They let those type of people on the airports on the planes faster.
Holy cow, man! A little quick Gordo story. I was pushing him down the ramps after the White Sox win, and it might have been because of the beers, or it might have been just because I was having fun with Gordo. I kept doing the hot soup coming through, and, like making everybody move.
Yeah.
That was fun. I would do it again. I enjoyed myself.
Did you do the let go of the handles, catch him again? Let go.
No,
of the handles,
dude,
catch 'em again?
that ramp is steep. I was like putting on
Yeah.
the brakes.
It's only Gordo.
Yeah, Gordo.
How were the tamales?
Lights out.
Awesome.
Lights out. I told Gordo.
Fire.
I'm not kidding. That whoever tamale lady, hire her full time because
Yes.
marry her, Gordo. Those tamales were damn good.
Yeah, he tried making me feel bad. He sent me a text and he goes, I can't believe you're gonna be here to miss tamales. I'm like, I'm actually gonna be in Mexico, dude. It's like, oh, he's gonna one up me, asshole.
Yeah, I have to admit, home opener. I actually left early.
Did you?
You left way early. Not only did you leave early, you Irish goodbyed.
I did.
I was like,
did.
where the fuck is Jason? Because I went to go get another beer, and we were doing the you buy one, I buy one, or whatever. I'm like, I'm going to get another beer. I was like, where are you? I'm at Corks. I'm like, what in the hell?
So, yeah, it was. Obviously, we were outside all day, and the alcohol was flowing. I was, in a mood. But like, Sarah was cold, and I was, she was the wind was brutal, and I just said, hey, do you want to get out of here? We'll go to Corks, watch the rest of the game. And she's like, you don't care? I'm like, no, let's go. Because we both went up to use the bathroom, and I was like, we'll go grab a spot in Corks. Because for the first time ever, Whiskey Comiskey, we didn't post tailgate. We ran out of beers.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had to put the notice out that no post tailgate because we were out of liquor. We ran out of the booze. We ran out of the beers. No post tailgate.
First
I mean,
time
we still congregated and everybody hung out for a while as the cars dissipated because you know how Lot B gets traffic wise. So we still hung out. We listened to music, but ain't nobody was boozing probably for a good thing. But yeah, that was the first time ever.
First time ever, we ran out of beer. So since we weren't doing the post tailgate, I was like, all right, let's go to Corks. I'll try to get, early spot, So we go over there. None of the patio furniture was out. So it was all standing room outside. We go inside and it's nuts. I'd never seen Corks that packed before. It was fucking nuts to butts in there. Fucking took like 15 minutes to get a beer. And then, it's one of those things where you're standing, you're watching and you're just getting, pinballed.
Yeah.
So, game ended, and obviously, you're going to see the more influx of people coming to Corks after the game. And, she was like, I'm over this. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. Let's, head home. So I I was trying to be proactive and go get a nice, post up at Corks, and it didn't happen. It was way too packed. So
Rough scene.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
So
hopefully
far,
next
you
time.
know what? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know. We're 15 minutes in. We're complaining about not being able to drink beers post tailgate, and we're complaining about travel vacation. We might be the most insufferable podcast going right now. And it's not gonna get better because my banter for this week is about douche bums when we used to go clubbing back in 2011.
All right, well, yeah. So
Jason,
I was about to say,
Jason, cue the music. I added Dougie to the douche bums graphic only because I didn't want you to feel left out. But also, you sent me this picture a while back, and I never used it. And while you might not have been a clubbing douche bum, the Fedora cigar is making you might be the douchiest guy in this group right now.
Hey, let's not discredit the tap out shirt either.
What? No affliction, Dougie?
We're batting 1,000, baby.
They'll let you right in the door with that shirt on.
All right, so I was perusing the internet as one does, and I was down a Chicago rabbit hole, and I found a Complex article from 2011.
Oh,
and it was the 25 douchiest bars in Chicago. So I have a graphic. I'll pull up the graphic and we could just talk about all 25. In your head, I just want you to guess like what was your top three? Maybe Joey, Dougie, everyone's top three or five.
This is 2011. You said right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would have been worth 30, like 29. Okay, so at least like all of us are in that.
Yeah,
precipice of 30. So we're pretty much, at least not for me, but majority we're on the edge of the clubbing, like done being clubbing and stuff like that. So
and I will mention this is more of a bar than club list.
Okay, more of a bar. Okay, more of a bar than a. I was really going to say Crowbar, but I don't know if that was still around back in 2011. So, all right, bar.
Joe's on Weed Street for sure.
Okay, Joe's on weed. Joey, you got a couple. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'll pull up the list now, so we're not waiting.
I think I'm gonna go John Barleycorn,
number one on the list.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull up the list for me because I was retired by then.
Get out of here, dude. Get the hell out of here.
Married, baby.
I was married in 2005.
All right, so
look at that. I nailed number one. I fucking nailed number one.
Read off the list for the people listening on the podcast.
So top 25, going from the bottom 25, McFadden's, that was Russian Division, Nick's Uptown, Mad River Bar and Grill, The Boundary, I like that place, Schoolyard, Fido's, The Original Mothers, Mothers 2, Club 162, English, Ties Till 4, as a shit show, Sluggers, Debonair Social Club, Murphy's Bleachers, LaSalle Power Company, now top 10, Trace, Vertigo Sky Lounge, The Cubby Bear, Spy Bar, Big Shitty Tap, Casey Moran's, Empire Liquor, Smart Bar, Angels and Kings, and number one, John Barleycorn. Can I be honest? There's a theme of vicinity, an area of the city where a lot of these top 25 are located.
It's a whole lot of North Side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of Wrigleyville, if you ask me. Smart Bar Wrigleyville, Casey Moran's Wrigley, Big Shitty Tap Wrigley, Cubby Bear Wrigley, Trace Wrigley, Murphy's Bleachers Wrigley, Sluggers Wrigley, Ties Till 4 Wrigley.
Yeah. Schoolyard
is Proximity. Mad River's a little south. A lot of so it's safe to say that Cubs fans were the biggest douchebags in 2011.
Still are, right, Prez? I know he's in the comments. No, the thing that stood out, it was it was on Reddit, and I was like, oh, I just started laughing because like the previous graphic holds true. We spent a lot of time at John Barleycorn and Angels and Kings.
Yes, we did.
So this list was put out by Complex Magazine at the time, And the reason Angels and Kings was number 2 is made me laugh. It just feels douchey giving Pete Wentz your money.
Oh yeah, I was like, which one was that? Was it Travis Barker or
It was Pete Wentz. He was
Yeah.
that's the basis for Fallout Boy. For
Fall Out
people
Boy.
that don't know. And yeah, he had it, and it was a club. It was like a club, but it was for like emo
lounge.
kids.
It was more, yeah, it was like
It was like a
loungy.
lounge.
Yeah, I really
just
like
started
Angels
laughing.
and Kings.
So did I. I like
Except it was-
Debonair too.
Yeah, Debonair Social Club was awesome, especially if you went on. I think it was like Thursdays where if they had dollar PBR and Jameson shots. So that was fun. Yeah, Ties Till 4. That was one of the late night spots in Wrigley with Trace. I really liked. So the two that we went to a lot, Peter, was English. We did a Halloween.
Yeah, we did Halloween there. I
We
remember.
did Halloween at English one time. That was like crazy because like it was so packed. It was like, oh, just get a beer and here's our order. Come back, take our another order because by the time you get back, we're gonna need another round. And LaSalle Power Company. I really like LaSalle Power Company too. That was the old Michael Jordan's restaurant.
So what was funny is because like when I saw this list, I remember when LaSalle Power Company like opened, I was already like basically wifed up with Julie. I never went to LaSalle Power Company, but I remember like people were like hyping it up that it was the old Michael Jordan place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's the list. It's all our old haunts.
So hold on, before you wrap this up, do you want to guess how many of these are still open?
Oh, you know what? Somebody did. I like you guys could guess because somebody did the math on it, or like that was like part of the thread.
I guess maybe 6. I remember going to Mother's and the original Mother's too. So, and that was pretty fun down in the basement there. I remember going to English with you guys for when I was Michael Jackson for a Halloween and you were Cobra Kai. I remember Spy Bar, obviously number 7 on that list would be number 1 for me.
I'm surprised
I had the top 3 on that
Hangy Uppy is not on this list.
No, it is not. That was a douchey bar. McFadden's is closed. I think Nick's Uptown might. I don't know if that's for sure. I never really went uptown. Mad River's open. Boundaries closed. Schoolyard is open. Fido's open. Mother's. Club 162, I believe, is closed. English closed. Ties, I'm not sure of.
I think that's
Sluggers.
closed.
Sluggers is open. Debonair's closed. LaSalle Power closed. Trace closed. Vertical's closed. Cubby Bear's open. Spy Bar's open. I think Casey Moran's is closed, but Praz can correct me on that. Empire Liquor's closed. Angels and Kings closed. Barleycorn closed. There's probably like half is. Oh, he says Ties is still. Yeah, that's a good. About half that list is close still. So
I'll give you a top 25 of the most Southside bars we went to. Where's McDuffie's at?
We should do like the suburbs list because we would bounce around everywhere.
Herbs.
Yeah,
The Bamboo Room.
We did not
Notebook.
discriminate.
Champs.
All right, Peter. Let's play a quick ad.
Yeah, let's pay some bills.
Green Valley Wine and Spirits in Bolingbrook is your one-stop shop for all your liquor needs. Since their remodel, they have increased their bourbon allocation, they have an expanding portfolio of popular additive-free tequilas and mezcals, and for you beer lovers, a great craft beer selection, plus some rare and vintage stouts. And before you leave, stop by their tasting bar and try some of our exclusive Bourbon Bum single-barrel picks before you take one home. That's Green Valley Wine and Spirits. 344 Commons Drive, conveniently located right off of Route 53 and I-55 in Bolingbrook. Tell them the bump sent you.
I got a beer.
Yeah, boy, a Guinness.
Got a Guinness.
Split the G.
Shout out to my wife. It was already like down there already, so I think she probably took a beer tax for me.
Yeah, the Mailman Jack saying what was the late night place by Vito and Nix? That was Groucho's, right, Joey?
Yeah, it was Groucho's.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. It's time for some White Sox talk, and that's as always that is fueled by our friends at Taste Real Chicago. Get that graphic up there. Yeah. Hope everyone got their orders, got their beef kits, got their giardiniera, their muffalettas, their seasonings. Thanks everyone who ordered. on our promo. But it's time for some Sox talk, guys. They're currently losing 2-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Grant Taylor opened again, and we can talk about that, in a few minutes. But at first, I want to talk about Whiskey at Comiskey, guys, because we had our opening tailgate last week, and on Friday we got pushed from Thursday to Friday. And I gotta say, I don't think I ever worked the phones harder in my life, worked email harder in my life than trying to coordinate everything with all you guys and the sponsors and the vendors
tailgate crew.
Tailgate crew, and making sure that everyone can still make it. And we didn't lose anyone, for our convoy crew, our sponsors, everyone was able to come through. So even with the early time, we were still able to get everything done. And I do want to apologize to people who are showing up at the tailgate who might have had cold hot dogs. And that was just, product of they couldn't get the order ready early Friday morning. So we had to, pick it up Thursday evening and warm them up in the Schaefer, and they didn't heat fast enough, unfortunately. So, but who cares, right? It's
who cares? It's free food. You eat that cold hot dog whether you like it or not. And 2, there were some good ass sandwiches. You should have grabbed some of those instead.
That's right. Which it all went. Everything from JP Graziano's, all those subs. Look at all those beautiful trays. Mr. G's, the Italian, the turkey, and shout out to Jim. He threw in a couple extra vegetarian trays, a caprese and a tuna. So
it was Good Friday.
It was Good Friday. Our friend Burke, he was gonna be like, I can't eat it. Like, no, just Jesus will forgive you. Eat the meat. Eat the meat.
But yeah, Jim tossed in a couple 2-treat tunas and some caprices, and those were delicious too. I heard really good things about those. Johnny, we cut a video. He had the tuna. I had the Mr. G as always, and yeah, man, those sandwiches were a hit. I know. I talked to my sock Summer. I was like, eat as many as you can. He's like, I've already had 4. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, stop eating them.
Yeah, rave review from everyone that came up to thank us.
Yeah, we were a little worried about how much food we were actually going to need Thursday versus Friday because of the amount of RSVPs we had, of how many people were actually going to be able to still show on Friday. So we actually downgraded. We probably shouldn't have the order.
No, I think it was just right. Like no one went left hungry. I know that for a fact. So we just skated it was good planning, is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, and then we had the hot dog. Shout out to Fredo's for hooking up with that as well. We had our vendors. Obviously our friend Greg from Maker's Mark. He came through looking nice and dapper,
dude,
slinging the bourbons.
I swear to God, every time I see Greg, it's a new style, new facial hair. He might be a secret agent or something.
That guy is the definition of, like, I don't know. I was gonna say glow up, but no, he always looks good. It's just like he keeps it like fresh. Sometimes he's got like the cool beard. Sometimes it's the facial hair. Sometimes it's the clothes. That guy, he's well put together.
He's a gem, and it was his birthday.
It was his birthday. We had a couple 2-3 birthday drinks with them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
And then our friend Danny from Manuscrito, he's done a couple of events. He did the Ramova with us. He brought us a nice little sample of their sneak peek anejo that's dropping.
Yeah. That was spoiler alert. They got an añejo coming out. No, it's delicious.
Later on this year, yes.
Not only the añejo, but there was also a couple single barrel picks that I was lucky enough to try. Though I said it to him. I'll say it to everyone. I'll say it to the owners of Manuscrito. Everything they've been putting out right now has been lights out, and it just shows that, like, a good Joey tequila bumps, good quality agave, good quality products, no additives. It goes a long way. It shows with all the people drinking it.
Yeah, it's made with water, yeast, and slowly cooked smoked agave. None of that extra stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Sam's mad because we didn't have chairs at our tailgate. Like, he has to sit.
I brought
like
2 chairs. I brought 2 chairs.
I told him I would pose as a chair and he can sit on my lap. He said no.
Ooh, that sounds like a sexual harassment lawsuit right there, Joey.
Yeah, no.
So shout out to Off Hours Brewing too. They brought the beers. That Snaps was, you said, Peter, perfect tailgate beer.
It was a light lager. It was, the sun was out. It was the perfect spring tailgate beer. I really enjoyed it, and it wasn't just me. I know a lot of people were saying the same thing. It was evident by the fact that we had none left at the end of the tailgate.
Yep. And shout out my Lord Princess. She had the table always packed, with her wheel of death. But
Literally.
yeah, she will be out except for the crosstown. She will be
June.
out for the rest of she will be back for June, and I believe for the rest of our tailgates. So look for Malort to be representing all summer long.
What was her specialty this time? I know she always brings a couple two, 3 specialty things.
She had 2. One was peach ring flavored gummy bear.
Okay.
Yeah, it was delicious, nice and sweet. Got the peach right off the bat. And the second, because of baseball, Cracker Jack flavored Malort.
I was wondering where she was going to go with that.
Yeah, so it's very caramelly up forward. It's very good.
Okay. Nice.
And then so I think this is also what was cool about our tailgate this time. First time ever, we needed 2 rows. We took over 2 rows. Peter, you saw that the row behind us was empty, and you're like, let's just take it over right away. Move all the tables and coolers, and let's expand this party to a second row. So that was first time ever we needed the extra space.
I felt bad for everyone that, thank you to everyone that helped us set up the tailgate crew, Marge, Tina, the Love family, and Aaron, and everyone else, the wives, and everyone that helps us set up, lugging around tubs and coolers and stuff like that. We finished setting up. Jason, you did a good job. You drew up basically a fucking blueprint, like you were an architect, and you're like, this is what we're gonna do. And immediately we set it up. I'm like, this is awesome. I see people start filling in, and I turn, and the rows behind us were empty as hell. And I'm like, Jason, you did a great setup. I'm stealing all of the coolers and all of the high tops, because I was like, we need to take over this spot too.
Well,
and at the end, it worked out perfectly, because people were coming and going. Booze was on one side, food was on the other, and you kind of ebb and flow. It was great. I'm gonna sneeze. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. So I think also when I said the blueprint, we were fortunate enough last year for our tailgates to always be in the intersection there, right at the end of the row. So I was kind of like, all right, let's do that. But because one person, I'm not going to name the names of the person who says always be there on time and then shows up last.
I was on time.
Oh, you were, Joey. It wasn't you. But we were late getting in line.
We were not late. There was 8 people in front of us.
Ricky Bobby syndrome. If you're not first, you're last.
No, there was way more than 8 cars, but because I'm both rows, if you think about it.
16.
Think a little more than that, but anyways, it worked out. We got the 2 lanes, and fun time. ABC was out there, CHSN was out there filming some rows. So yeah, it was just thanks to everyone who came out, supported us, donated, helped set up convoy. It's like Peter, you said it takes an army to do all this. It literally does. And we just can't be thankful enough. So first one, most hectic one in the books.
It's all downhill, uphill. It's all easy sailing from here. I got one last shout out, Jay. I know you were privy to this. I got to give a shout out to Dalton Atwater. He brought some absolute banger bottles of whiskey. He brought a Heaven Hill 19 that I said, I'm going to just savor this for a while. I didn't want to just chug it or shoot it, basically. So I walked around with it. I enjoyed the Heaven Hill 19. He brought 4 really, really good bottles. So I wanted to make sure I thanked him, because it is whiskey at Comiskey after all, and he brought some real whiskey.
I fucked up. I lost it. I lost him a Glen. I lost one of his Glens.
How do you dropped it or just
no?
Lost in the mail.
So he gave me a nice little pour of one of his special bottles, and I'm like, ooh, very nice. And I walked over and gave it to my wife. I was like, hey, you gotta try this. It's really good. And then I saw ABC was showing up, and I went to go talk with them, and then completely forgot about the Glen, and now it's gone. Someone yanked that. Someone yanked that poor. Might have been Jared.
Might have been me.
So anyone come home with an extra Glen? That was not mine. That was Dalton's.
Danny
shout
Miller,
out Danny Miller.
Yeah, I know. I apologize. See, it's hard to keep track of everything. Danny Miller did bring a nice bottle because he saw a couple 2-3 Mexicans. He says, I gotta get them the bucanas like it was a quinceañera. So I appreciate you, Danny Miller.
Yeah, we
everybody.
We did some of that. That bottle, I can assure you, Danny, is it safe in my possession, and it will be returning to a future tailgate.
All right, there we go. See,
yeah,
it all worked out.
Yeah, we will definitely be resharing that bottle for the future. So, all right, that's all the pictures we got.
That's all we got, except for a tease for next month.
Yeah, next month. We are in May. Whiskey at Comiskey is back May 16th versus the Cubs. It is the only night game of our Whiskey at Comiskey schedule. So it's a 6:40 start. So, good afternoon tailgate. Hopefully it'll be nice, warm weather, middle of May. But we got Manuscrito coming back, obviously off hours in JP Graziano's Taste Real Chicago. Obviously, we are, a month and a half out from this. We have much more to announce as it gets closer, so stay tuned for more of that. But make sure you get your tickets for that game, or at minimum, get your parking passes for Lot B, because that is it's a yellow. We made it a yellow lot, guys.
Premium.
I don't want to say
Premium.
it's premium.
No, we can take the credit.
I'm taking the credit.
Yeah,
I am taking it. That's the bum effect. Everyone wants to go to Lot B to party with the bums. Now it's premium parking.
Yeah.
Although I will say May 16th, 6:10 start, and it's a Cubs Sox game. More fights in 108. Sign me up.
They don't pay me enough.
Don't pay enough to be a bouncer, Joey, or to fight?
No, neither. Can't afford me.
You got to do that shit like Steve from Jerry Springer. Let them go at it for a little bit. Let them wear themselves out, and then you scrap them off.
What if we do for fights in the 108? We just do like the Bart versus Lisa. I'm gonna go like this.
I mean, that's basically what.
I mean, personally, I think if this is going to be a running thing, we need to get the Jerry Springer bell. Just like anytime we think something's coming up, ding ding.
You know what we're gonna do? Do you remember? I remember me and my sister used to beat the shit out of each other, but with those big ass sock'em boppers.
Oh, the overinflated,
like the inflatable thing. Just we can do bum fights in Lot B. We're gonna bring sock'em boppers and no fighting inside the stadium, but outside the stadium, it's still allowed.
If we're gonna go full Jerry Springer in 108, let's do the stage set. The water next to us. Make it a sewer with water coming down. We'll get the pipes, background, behind the Midwest beer line.
Joey P was basically acting like Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are a safe space, inside and out. Okay, that's how we're gonna keep it. Capiche?
Yeah, I guess you're right, Joey. You're the sensible one. Yeah. JT says, "Let's handle this like men." Now, where's the sock'em boppers? Exactly.
Yeah, perfect.
This is all absurd, JT. We might as well make it absurd.
Dumb wrestling. Yeah. Get it over with.
Sell pay-per-views.
Oh, I like that idea. All right. So yeah, let's talk a little White Sox here. So as I mentioned, right now it is top of the 8th. Baltimore still winning 2-0. So hopefully the Sox got a comeback in it. Grant Taylor opened again, but Sox coming home, off the 6-game road trip, sweeping the defending AL champions, Toronto Blue Jays. And I don't think anyone had that in their bingo card for sweeping the Blue Jays, especially after the way we played, to start the season, played bad in Miami. So I was really, really surprised with that, but I think this is about the best if this is going to be a really good home team, I'll take a couple bad road trips because I'd rather see them win at home. If we're going to be honest, I'm kind of sick of going to games and, them losing all the time. So I'll be happy if, they have they're really, really good at home, but they're terrible on the road, get the 70, some wins, but even though they're losing to a bad Orioles team right now, what do you guys think? Are we doing the hashtag back? Fire up the horns, or is it just, hey, Sox just caught the Blue Jays sleeping and maybe trap series?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I think, and I listened to a couple player interviews after the wins this weekend, and they were saying that, like, obviously they knew they weren't as bad as the first week. I mean, 20 strikeouts that first game, and then like there were some games that they just absolutely didn't show up. And Will Venable was talking about how, like, they didn't have that in spring training. And I understand spring training doesn't correlate to regular season, but it does if, like, you guys know you're putting in the work and you're going to be, better than what the first week was. I think it's going to be somewhere in between. I think this team lacks the talent to really compete day in and day out. There's going to be blowout games. We're going to have to eat the, like that 9-0 games. And like, they're going to lose 3 in a row, but what they lack for in talent, the young guys are coming through. I think there's enough young guys on this team good enough to where, like, you could break those losing streaks. And a couple other years ago, you 5 games turned into 8 games, turned into 9 games. I think this team is good enough to break those streaks. So that's what there's going to be weeks, and hopefully there's like multiple weeks where they look awesome, right? If they go, 500 for 3 weeks at a time, that's possible. And like, that's where the baseball is more palatable. Like, it's easier to, like, the first week, some of those games were unwatchable, and it sucked because we waited so long and we were watching all of them, but like, they're over by the 3rd inning and stuff. As long as they just keep stringing good at bats, good defensive plays, and good, just like, that's how, it's going to progress. And 121 losses turn into 101 losses, turn into 90 losses, hopefully. And then it goes from, 2 years from now, we got a 500 team competing, or maybe competing for a wild card spot or something like that.
Yeah. The one thing that isn't palatable is like shit like Reese McGuire, getting torched on the base pads, like that shit just, that shit just can't continue to go on, especially when you just signed them and everything like that, brought them back.
Well, he doesn't even have a hit this season, so far. So I don't think at this point, how much longer he's going to actually stay on this team when Teo comes back. But yeah, he's 0 for the season so far. 5 games, nothing. Joe, I got some news here, but I want to get your thoughts on this week.
And I think that what we just started off seeing this weekend is that this team is very young and competitive. There's a lot of competition. So I think this team this season's already proven to show, just from their performance this weekend. There's going to be a lot of games where guys that are not normally in the lineup, or maybe a defensive substitution or a pinch runner, they're going to play their butt off because they want that position to be full time, and they know that there's a lot of depth down, in double and triple A. So they want to make sure that, they pretty much etch their spot on this team. So that's what I think. I think that, some of those guys really showed it. Yesterday, Luis Angel Acuna, he made some plays. He made some plays in center field. He was shutting down the doubters. Shout out Herbie. He was sitting behind me. We were talking about that. And in particular, the way he stole second base, and maybe could he possibly have stole third?
I'm happy he had a good game, because the way he played in Miami, I was like, get this fucking guy off the team.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. 4. Like, it's early, man.
It's game 4, bro.
I know, but it's still like it goes back to the Sox with the fundamentals, right? Shane Smith not having good games, just bad reads.
That's something we could talk about. Shane Smith might be cooked. A lot of these guys, like 1 week in, it's an aberration. You can't really put too much into it. There is a possibility your ace or your ace of the team is cooked, because he's looked so bad.
Yeah. All right. So I have a little news here. So we just, I don't know if you guys saw this, but like earlier, Evanson Pereira, he got the Phantom, looks like the Phantom IL stint. But in today's game, Austin Hayes, right hamstring injury strikes again, guys. Austin Hayes left the game with a right hamstring strain. So once again, the soft tissue injuries in the legs continue to be the biggest bugaboo for this team. I don't get it, guys. I seriously do not get how so many of these fucking guys have the weakest fucking legs in all of MLB. It just seems like this team is just cursed with calves, hamstring, groins, ankles, Achilles, fucking knees, meniscuses, whatever you name it, in the lower half of your body. This team has it. So maybe it's some Antonacci time. We'll get to the farm report here in a little bit, but
no, I mean, yeah, I want it to be Antonacci time. I think he's earned the right to let him call him up and let him run wild. They're playing the service time the game, so it's like until you get to whatever it is, middle of May or whatever.
May,
we're not gonna get them. So it's like, realistically, I wish they'd be like, hey, let's just do the best case scenario, best possible outcome for us to win ball games. But they're not in that position right now.
Yeah, isn't service time April 15th? It's not. He only has to wait a week.
Maybe it's April 15th?
I thought it was May.
No, it's like April 15th is like the service time thing. So
yeah, so he's not even on the 40-man yet.
Yeah.
But either way, April 19th. Here we go.
Do I hear April 17th, April 18th, April 17th?
Southside GT is April 15th. We got April 15th. We got April 15th. We have April 12th. We have April 12th.
I need a bell.
But yeah, I guess it sucks that these guys are going down with soft tissue injuries, Jay. I looked at it's 40 degrees in Chicago right now. You try sprinting in 40-degree weather, you're going to get some hamstrings. No matter how much you stretch, no matter how much you try to, prevent these things.
So after the White Sox swept, the Blue Jays, I had to go do a, sanity check on White Sox Reddit because I wanted to see how they're taking this, Here, I got a couple pictures here real quick. Oh, that would move that one.
Headlines.
Yeah, that one. Plus tickets as wild card, bitches. So we're already in the wild card hunt. All right.
What's the magic number?
Yeah, let's get the magic number countdown.
Vibes are high. Vibes are high.
The real question is how many weights high are we in?
Scarlet Fire says just put PTO in for October 23rd to November 1st.
I love it.
So beat the Blue Jays and World Series, baby. But it in typical White Sox Reddit fashion, right after the Sox win, some of these people cannot fucking help themselves. We get a Jason.
Get out of here with this. I'm going to complain about this at the end of the show. This
just
insufferable.
Jim O'Hagan. He sent an email to DBU after seeing the most recent spot on a Today Show on Jason. I feel need to share here so I don't feel alone. And he goes on a rant about how much he misses Benetti and everything. Can we just fucking leave him he's gone. He's not coming back. We just fucking swept the Blue Jays and you're fucking lamenting about how you miss Benetti. What is wrong with Sox fans, man?
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with Sox fans.
Obviously he does have some self-reflection because he is alone with this. He's just like, I just got to share this so I don't feel alone.
And I did go into the comments and there was some who were like, oh, I really miss him too. And then there was a lot of the he's gone, he's not coming back, he fucking quit, he got out of his contract, all that shit. Like, let it go.
Group therapy.
This motherfucker's posting YouTube links and shit. He's down bad.
No, he's down bad. So, yes, that was the kind of one thing that was just like, seriously, like we've just win 3 games against the Blue Jays and we're crying about Benetti already. It's going to be a long fucking season if that's what we're still hanging our heads on. All right. So one thing I do want to mention, Sean Burke, guys. So first start of the season in Milwaukee, not a really good showing. You know, I mean, 4 innings, 3 earned runs, 7 hits, couple strikeout, 5 strikeouts. But they immediately next start they give him, they give Grant Taylor the opener. Sean Burke when he has the opener, he goes 6 innings, only gives up one earned run on 4 hits. So big drop. Start 1 to start 2 when he has the opener. Now I said this. There's a lot of people talking about like, oh yeah, Grant Taylor, he does better when he has an opener. That means he's a long reliever. So can we maybe start talking about Grant or Sean Burke being in the bullpen as long relief, and maybe Grant Taylor gets stretched out as a starter if we're going to keep on making him the opener, because he was the opener again today.
That's what I'm saying. He's been. This is less of a Sean Burke problem and more of a good thing for Grant Taylor. That's the way I see it. I mean, he's been opening 3 out of the last 4 games. Obviously, they have a plan, and you could argue, should they have done this in the winter and spring to have him ready to go? That's something maybe we talk about with Getz and Brian Bannister and everything else. But I like this. I like putting Grant Taylor out there as a starter as much as possible, because like you mentioned, it does help when you see, the top of the order a little bit less as a starter. So, it's going to help Fetty and Burke and everyone else that needs a little bit of that. So, I think this is being pragmatic by the White Sox. I don't think this is necessarily a Burke thing. It's more of a get Taylor ready to go.
Joey, Dougie?
No, I think that, they're still figuring stuff out. This bullpen, we talked about it at length last week. So you got to give it to Venable. He's just going to do the best he can with what he got right now. And he's just trying to, set himself up for however he can win one game at a time. That's how I take it.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, go ahead, Dougie.
No, I was just going to say, I agree with Danny's comment. It's fine to try and be like in the midst of figuring everything out, but while you're in the midst of figuring it all out, it has to have some meaning behind it. So it can't be just, plugging and playing right now just to try and manage through. It's got to have some kind of light at the end of the tunnel. That's what they need to progress to.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, when he was in Birmingham, he was in their starting rotation, and then they made him a reliever. They put him on the rotation, put him in a reliever. They call him up. They put him in a reliever role, and now they're making him start games. Now, granted, he's not going deep, but it's like, just make up your mind. Where you want him to be? Do you want him to be a starter? Do you want him to be reliever? But like, you can't just, if they wasted time on potentially making him a starter by putting him in the bullpen, and shorting, they lost all this chance to stretch out his innings. So like Danny Miller was just saying, he needs 100 innings if they want to convert him to rotation. Yeah. Kind of lost all that already. If that was not the plan in the beginning. So, I think if he is our best pitcher, that's good to get him through the top of the order. But you kind of need him. Might need him at late games. That's my point.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is like there might be, like, we don't know. We just don't know what they're planning on doing. Obviously, it looks foolish that they didn't stretch him out in the spring and kind of let him go longer then. But if their plan all along was like, hey, maybe he is the opener up until Tanner McDougal comes out and Norris Schultz comes out and Hagen comes out, and then you get 3 other pitchers that are proven starters, and then you're back in long relief or as the setup man, they might have that plan. So it's like, hey, let's stretch them out now while we don't have any real starting pitching, because when these guys come up, we put them back in the bullpen and give them 3 innings at a time or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So Grant Taylor opened today, 1 inning. He pitched a 1 inning, only gave up a hit. But then Fetty came in, 6 innings, 5 hits, only the 2 earned runs, and it's bottom of the 9th now. Sox need to
Moon leadoff walk. Yeah, keep the updating, because I don't have any screens on.
The updates for the GameCast always take a lot longer than that. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll eventually figure it out. But my thing with Sean Burke is that, if he performs better in a long relief role, then make him a long reliever.
Yeah, whenever Schultz or Hagen come up.
Yeah. All right. And a couple things I do want to mention about the rotation too. In pitching in general. Do you guys see like the splits for home versus away against the whole Toronto series? I mean, like on the road, 8.63 ERA versus a 1.93 ERA at home.
We're 2 weeks in. They're gonna look funky when you strike out 20 times. Or I'm talking about the batters now, but yeah, even the pitchers when they get beat up like 4 games in a row, they're just gonna look. The stats are gonna look weird 2 weeks in.
Yeah, but let the data points go from here all the way this way.
But they only walked Blue Jays 9 times, and they gave 33 walks. And so I'm looking at the splits right now. So I know it's a very small sample size, but it's just like night and day. Like kind of like the Blue Jays are a very good team. They're defending AL champs. So Brewers are a good team. Miami might be sneaky good this year, but I'm just wondering too if this is going to be a trend where the White Sox pitchers at home are going to be vastly better than on the road. And so far, even though it is a small sample size, seems to be a better all around, especially with the walks and strikeouts.
Yeah, Toronto is a good team. They proved that last year, and I expected them to come into the rate and kind of whoop up on the White Sox. So it's good that we swept those 3 games. I will say I got to give credit to Will Venable and the White Sox in general. This team looked way more aggressive when Alejandro Kirk got hurt, and the Blue Jays looked like a completely different team without Alejandro Kirk. So if you notice that, he got hurt the game we were at the Whiskey at Comiskey game, but ever since then, they were testing the catchers. They're doing things aggressively, knowing that Kirk got hurt. I like that. I really did like that from the White Sox. But yeah, it just it's tough to glean anything other than this was an awesome series. I don't want to take anything away from the White Sox because you got to win the games at home. And, you got to keep putting wins together. But yeah, the Blue Jays just looked like they had a bad series.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, the Brewers are no slouches either. So
the Brewers are a very good team.
Yeah. Two rough, series to start the gates out. If honest to God, if you would have told me that we were at where we were at now, I would have never believed you. I thought we were gonna get 1 win out of everything.
Agreed. Totally.
Yeah. Dude, doing the podcast now at 4 and 5 compared to the first week feels like we're doing a completely different show last week than this week.
Yeah. Danny Miller's in the comments. We were about ready to do bad bingo until before the
we were going to do bad bingo.
So another thing I want to bring up to you guys, any concerns, about this team in defense? Right now they have 8 errors on the season, tied for 24th, fielding percentage, bottom of the league at 26. Obviously, we saw how bad they were in Miami. Defense still seems to be a big issue with this team. And you think Will Venable would be able to clean this up right now, and especially bringing in the new coaches. But nothing that's, I've seen so far is making me feel like this team is going to be a great fielding team, despite what they've been billing us is that they're getting guys who are great on defense.
I think the thing that you got to keep in mind too is it's a young team. Young teams are going to produce a lot of errors, and I think that's what you're going to have to learn to stomach it until we get to that point where they clean it up.
It's also just a lack of talent in the outfield is evident. The outfield is atrocious. That outfield defense is not going to be good. Luis Angel Acuna looked a little bit better in the outfield at home, so I'll give him credit then. But even there, they just the Raid. Whenever Benintendi's in left field, he's good for an error. It's just he just doesn't have the legs anymore. Obviously, now you're talking about Hayes being hurt. The outfield is going to be a problem all year long, and we knew that. I think Vargas is showing that he could flash some leather at third base.
Yes.
He's been very, very good. Colson is solid. The infield's good. I got to give credit to Munetaka Murakami. He had one bad error where he just wasn't stepping on the base, but he's been showing a good amount of leather too, and that's something that like he wasn't really built for coming from Japan. We knew about the power, we knew about like like the home runs, and we knew he was going to play first base predominantly, but he's shown a good amount of defense. He's also shown a shit ton of hustle, and that's the stuff that's contagious. That's the stuff that like him almost being a leader by example is like he's running everything out. He's doing all the right things when it comes to playing defense. That shit like you need more of. But other than that, like when Teal gets back, then Teal and Carroll is going to be much better than Teal and Reese McGuire. Or I mean, Quero and Reese McGuire. Edgar Carroll is having a rough start to the year, both defensively and at bat. I think I said it last week. I think he cleans that up, so that'll help too.
Tanner Murray comes up, gets the call up. He immediately made one of the highlight throws of the young season, going over past second and just like doing a twisting, throw to Mune. Vargas, I love what I'm seeing with his glove. And Peter, you mentioned, Edgar Carroll, like he started off slow, but he had a good, past week. So I mean, he is hitting 500 now he hit last week. He did hit 500. So he did jump his batting average up a bit now when he was hitting 0. Now he's at 182. So, I mean, but it's better than 0. But Carroll had a pretty decent, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you see, hopefully when you get some of the other guys called up though, that's the thing. Yeah. Carroll changed his number. He should probably go back to 7. Sox are on the board.
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
All
2 outs. Benintendi up though.
Oh no. Well,
Pinch hit.
Oh, no. Benintendi with an infield single.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not joking.
And he ran it out.
Did the infielder pass out? How did that happen?
just right past the pitcher. Right past the pitcher. That's what it just looked like. I caught it out the corner of my eye. Oh my god, dude, that thing hardly hit past home plate.
Peter, I know you had to
so.
shut your camera for a second. Did you see the Tanner Murray play yesterday?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
good.
So good to see the young kids got some talent, at least in the field with the gloves so far. So come on, just don't fuck this up. Benintendi is
he's not up. He had the dribble dick. So
so Miguel Vargas, hit the grand slam, doing a little better, obviously this week. Do you think he could probably be,
he's a dude. He's a dude.
Keeping it here. Yeah.
I like
finally to the potential and could be potential here for the long run.
Yeah. I think if you besides Mune, I think he's like, if you're giving out MVPs 2 weeks into the season, it's either Munetaka Murakami or Miguel Vargas. I like what he has shown. He's come a long way since the fucking meme of him sitting in the dugout looked like stoned out of his mind, just like, why am I here kind of thing. I think he's definitely a dude up until the influx of infielders come out.
Yeah,
Rock Chalowski
and Billy Carlson.
Yeah.
See. All right. See, I don't think you guys have any other Sox talk, unless we're going to get to the farm report.
I mean, you want to do the farm report? We got to talk Ozzie Guillen, baby. That was the best news out of this weekend.
Yes, I thought we were going to say that for headlines.
Forget Ozzie?
But yes, let's talk a little Ozzie Guillen. Yeah, because they did announce that. Surprise, like Pasednik doing the post and said, "Hey, we got a letter here." And I like Ozzie's first comment, like, "Oh, I'm getting another bobblehead."
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, they're retiring his number August 8th. I'm unfortunately going to miss that game, but hopefully everyone else is going to be in attendance for that. That's well deserved, way well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Too late, in my opinion. Yeah, long. That's the phrase I was looking for. But yeah, kudos to Ozzie, man.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked how they did it, on CHSN. I got to give them credit, surprising him.
Edgar just struck out.
All right. So Sox lose. he's wanted this for a while. He's been very vocal about him wanting his jersey retired, and rightfully so. I know he went so far last year as to say, like, if they retire my jersey, like after I pass away, I don't want any of my family in attendance. He's like, I don't want to get like he wants to be able to celebrate with his kids and his wife and his grandkids and everything else and the fans. And yeah, it's been a long time coming. I know we give the Blackhawks a lot of credit when they do like the pomp and circumstance of it all. The White Sox have been hit or miss. They do a good job sometimes. The Konerko one I thought was really good. The Burley thing was good. But then like the 05 reunion last year was whatever. Hopefully they do this right. Ozzie deserves it. So however they do it, Julie rarely cares about baseball, but she loves Ozzie Guillen. So immediately she's like, are we going to go to this game? I'm like, hell yeah, we're going to go to this game. But yeah, hopefully they do right by him because he deserves it.
Yeah, I was just going to bring up what Yump just said. I think that this is like Frank Thomas damage control. I really do. I really believe that they're trying to do something to get that light off of them right now. And, before that, Frank is like probably the biggest sock that there is. And now this is kind of like a passing down to Ozzie type thing, not discrediting Ozzie at all. Like this should have happened, like you guys said, a long time ago. But I think that it was just, it came at a weird time. And I think that they're playing damage control. And this was like an easy way to get back in good graces of the fans. I mean, not that half the fans don't give a shit about Frank Thomas, like on a personal level, but it was weirdly timed to me.
I don't know, guys. Who's the greatest White Sox manager of all time?
Yeah, you want to say? Do you want to say? We're not gonna say Tony La Russa. It's
yeah. No, Ozzie Guillen, and that's why we're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jerry Manuel.
Should have happened a very long time ago. I mean, honestly, if you were going to do it, last year was the perfect time to do it, but they know, like, hey, why make that a premium day in the midst of all the 2005 stuff when you can sell tickets to that? It's all about selling tickets, baby. It's all about selling tickets. You got to save certain days for certain stuff, and it's all marketing, babe.
It's the Chicago Bulls way.
There's this has been ongoing since they announced the jersey retirement. And I saw Sylvie doing it. I saw the Barstool guys doing it. And I saw it a bunch online too. And I just don't think as much as you want to compare the two, I saw a lot of Joe Madden versus Ozzie Guillen stuff, because they were the two managers that broke those long streaks and, they brought stuff to, but Cubs fans are saying, like, how is it that like Ozzie is much more, but I think it's completely different. Ozzie played here, he lives here. Like Allie White Sox tweets about him going to the Jewels all the time. Like he is a Chicagoan through and through. And Joe Madden, won a World Series for the Cubs, and obviously Cubs fans should be ever. Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna say they won despite him, but go for it.
But like that's whereas like I don't understand there shouldn't be a comparison other than the fact that they both won World Series with their respective teams. Like Ozzie is Chicago.
Yeah, he's been part of the franchise for so long.
Do you guys think he would probably maybe win another one, or the Sox would have had better seasons if him and Kenny didn't bump heads and got forced out?
Win another one. They fucking caught lightning in a bottle like you wouldn't believe. I don't want to take anything away from that 05 team and Ozzie Guillen. But if you run the simulator, I don't even think they win that championship again. You do the calculations.
If you run it through MLB The Show with that roster, you don't think so, Peter?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly,
I'll take it though.
But
right.
Well, I mean, we're all here. We can talk about it. That drop third strike thing doesn't happen with AJ. They might not have made it out of that series. It's very possible. Like things could have went way south after that drop. With that drop third strike. But getting back to Praz, dude, he was a rain delay away from being fucking booed out of Chicago, dude. So don't bring up Madden.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious how much longer Ozzie would have lasted as manager of Chicago if it wasn't for Kenny Williams. It's
tough because you see, like, you know, Jerry being loyal to a fault, but don't get me wrong. I don't want to. We're celebrating the man, but he did have a penchant of rubbing people the wrong way, both on the White Sox and in the Marlins. You know, like at the time, like he would rub people the wrong way. So you don't know how long he would have lasted. Yeah. If it was up to the fans, lifetime job. But it's not, you know, it's up to the higher ups. And when you're going and you're clashing, and it's a thing of it's an ego thing, right?
See, isn't that some shit though? Like Jerry Reinsdorf, the guy that's so loyal to everybody, isn't loyal to the one dude that the fans really dug. You know, like,
no, because you don't care about the fans.
Yeah.
As they did not have. That's a good point.
Last question I have about the White Sox for you guys before we go on to the farm report here. Shane Smith, you know, two very bad starts right off the gate. 1 2/3 innings pitched opening day, 3 innings, 7 earned runs against Miami. If he has another bad start like that, is he getting a phantom IL stint?
I think you give him more than one more start. And also, I haven't done the math. I haven't done the deep dive into it. I haven't checked like his velocity. I haven't seen like any of his breaking stuff like, you know, like that's the kind of stuff you got to look at. Like, has there been a drop in velocity, or is it just like him missing his marks, or him throwing meatballs like you did that first inning? So it's like, you know, I think you give him again
the month.
You give him a month. You give him up until you're ready to call up Hagen or Schultz or McDougal. I'm gonna keep naming those names because I'm excited to see those guys. But it's like, you really, as much as we want to say they're not competing, right? So it's like, no, you give Shane Smith a little bit more of a rope. He was a Rule 5 guy, but I think he's earned a little bit of rope where we didn't really see him struggle. He struggled in the middle of like after the All-Star break last year, but then he turned it back on. So let's see if he could, you know, manage a couple bad starts.
Yeah, I think he warms up when the weather warms up in the next 4 to 5 weeks.
So he's like a Latino hitter.
Yes, yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah. I think so, because you just said it perfectly, Peter. Right now, he's starting off this season exactly in that little bit of a rut, and once he figures it out, let's see if he has a pattern of that, where if he has a couple bad starts here or there, he can get out of it, and he's clean for the next 6, and that's all that matters to me.
I tell you what, Stone Pony, you wait till Alexei warms up. You wait till this weather.
Exactly. Stone Pony.
And it happened.
Yeah. I will say, my guy, we did the preseason predictions. My guy, Davis Martin, he looks all right.
Yeah.
I got him for the most wins this season.
Yeah. Davis Martin looking pretty good. So, all right. I think everybody's ready for it. Let's do it. The straw is back, everyone. Dougie loves it.
Oh man, I love it.
Never gets old.
People are clamoring for the straw.
It's time for the farm report with HBIC. Season started. We're gonna give you guys just quick updates on how our prospects are doing down in Birmingham and AAA. Season's short, so I'm just going. Usually, I do like just a week's worth of stats, but because the season's so short, we're gonna do, you know, just year to date, as we like to say.
I'm sorry before you start, because Danny Miller is in the comments and they do a great job with Future Sox.
Yeah,
you kind of have to do Future Straw. We got
Future Straw.
We got the Future Straw.
The Future Straw.
I can guarantee you my farm report is nowhere near in depth of what Future Sox does. So.
All right, I'm ready though. I'm ready.
Yeah, this is just quick updates for everyone. For our boys here. Start off Sam Antonacci down in Charlotte, starting off the season hitting .346, couple home runs, 4 RBIs, 4 stolen bases. This is what you want to see from your top guys. down in AAA, smashing it up. So I think, April 19th, we got 13 days, 2 weeks. Let's do it. Give him a glove. Give him an outfield glove, man.
I said it earlier. I said it after that first home run by Mydroth. Get ready to learn left field, baby. And he might learn left field, but like get him up here. I don't care where he plays. I just need the pop.
Yeah. He said, Jay Miller said, my farm report doesn't jive with Future Sox either. I'm the redheaded stepchild.
Come on.
All right. Well, we always got space for you down on the farm.
Yeah. Another guy in AAA we got to keep our eyes on, William Bergolla, starting off the season, 542, 2 doubles and 6 RBIs. So not a lot of singles with him, but good start for William Bergolla.
It sounds like a law firm. Bergolla Law.
I was gonna say we need a ranking to see where we fit, like pipeline great names, because I think we would be top tier great names in the pipeline.
Yeah. So he's another shortstop in the so if he keeps hitting like that, we'll see what happens.
Get ready to learn right field, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, Sox just seems like they just got an influx of shortstops and second basemen, so something's got to give here. So
athletic,
yeah,
Bailey Berg.
I know
Bailey Berg.
All right, let's get to some pitching here. Noah Schultz, so far to start the season, 9 innings pitched, only giving up 2 hits, 1 earned run. I have 2 hits twice. Whoops, sorry about that. And 10 Ks. I think that was supposed to be. Yeah, that was a typo on my part. But yeah, 2 hits.
Maybe
he has only walked 2 batters this season.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be walks.
Yeah. But yeah, 10 Ks for the season. So I like that from big boy Noah.
Yeah, that's exciting. Remember, I think it was basically all of last year we were just waiting for him. Both him and Hagen Smith, it was like they were putting together some decent. I mean, they were up and down, but they were putting together some decent quality starts. And now we're just waiting to see the 4 innings pitch, the 5 innings pitch, and stuff like that. So you got 9 innings pitched here, but how many games is that?
It's 2 starts. So it's,
okay, so that's still better. That's still 4 and 5. So that's better than what we were seeing before of 2 and 3, and then sometimes 4 and 1 third or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and that's what we want to see. We want to see those 4 and 5 innings pitched from him.
Very good.
Next up in the rotation, Tanner McDougal, another guy we're keeping an eye on. 9 innings pitched. He has a 2 ERA, giving up 4 hits and 11 Ks. So he came out hot in the streets, spring training, and he's living up to it so far. He's pitched 2 games. So that's 4 and 5 or 4.5. About 4 and 5.
And the fact that both Schultz and McDougal are doing this in Charlotte, which is a much hitter-friendly ballpark, right? Like everyone, pitchers go to Charlotte to die, basically. The fact that it's early in the season, but they're doing good in Charlotte. Positive vibes.
Yep. All right. Next up, we got Hulk Hagen. 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 5 hits, 9 Ks. So this was 2 games as well for him. So he's got a 3 ERA. So he's only going 3 innings a game, but still those aren't bad numbers for 2 starts.
Take it
all day long.
And with all the good pitching, we have to show some bad pitching. John, he still cannot figure it out. 10.38 ERA, 4.1, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 6 Ks. Now, granted, that was his only start so far of the season, but he got slapped around.
He got shelled.
If you continue to get beat up like that, do you consider changing your last name?
Print the shirts.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like that just seems like crazy, like a big fall. I don't want to say fall from grace because it was Jonathan Cannon ever really in grace, but they had like a lot of high hopes for him and him and Cannon and Thorpe and
so that's the thing is like
Thorpe had the injury.
Yeah, and he really hasn't. It sounds like he just hasn't, Thor. He's not ready to come back. But yeah, it's tough for Jonathan Cannon. Tough scenes.
Yeah. And then the last one here I got down in Birmingham. I'll get some more Birmingham numbers for next week, but Brady Montgomery, slow start to the season. 222, 2 hits, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. So kind of hoping that he would start out hot in Birmingham, but slower start for him right now. And it's only been 3 games.
It's early.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna get some more guys on the farm report for next week, but that's it for this week down the farm.
Future straw.
Future straw.
All right, get some headlines, Peter. What do we got for some headlines this week?
I mean, this is basically the biggest story in Chicago sports today. I got nothing to say about it. It should have happened a long time ago, but I think we got to give our guy Joey P a little bit of time with this. But yeah, it finally happened. AK and Mark Eversley fired. Bulls looking for a new front office. It only took one guy going completely crazy on the internet for it to finally happen.
Yeah, this was literally this is a different meaning to seeing red, because it's literally blood down Madison right now with what happened today outside the United Center. These guys, they just ruined so many opportunities to trade good players at when their sell price was so high to get something tangible in return. But instead, just like they screwed up every second round pick and every opportunity they had to build through the draft by trading draft picks away, this was 6 years too long. I know they were with us for 6 years, but they were with us 6 years too long. They were not the right hire in the first place. Hopefully, and that's a big hope when it comes to the Chicago Bulls, because we've gone through quite a few rebuilds. Hopefully they get it right the next time, like the Bears seems like they did. But hopefully, and sorry for using that word too many times, Michael Reinsdorf will speak to us fans tomorrow. That's the rumor. And if he does, I'm hoping the media will be able to Q&A him with no fear, because this is an opportunity for Michael Reinsdorf to really put his stamp on if he's serious or not of wanting this franchise to turn it around. He's got to make the right hire at the next VP on down. And the story is right now, there's rumors in the streets that, they want to cater to Billy Donovan. I like Billy Donovan a lot. I don't think it's fair, though, obviously. And I know I'm not the only one feeling that way. If you hire a new VP and he's going to be looking down at his boss potentially.
No, he's failing up. He's Chris Getzing it, man.
Well, I mean, there's
Billy Donovan's gonna fail up, man.
We've seen this before with John Paxson, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
How did that work?
They said repeatedly that they want to keep Billy Donovan. They respect him and cherish him as a member of the team and the organization. Yeah, he's 100% getting promoted. He didn't get the UNC job. That's gone. So coincidentally, yeah, guess what? Look who's gonna be your new VP of baseball or basketball operations.
We will wait and see.
Where's the pie market where we need it?
Yeah, the Kalshi. Yeah, it's just interesting because you heard the scuttlebutt right after this all happened is like Billy Donovan basically made them choose between Billy Donovan or AK and Mark Eversley. And it seems like they chose Billy Donovan, but I was ready for clear house completely.
Yeah, I thought
that's how you gotta do it. The fact that I thought for sure, UNC was at least, and maybe Billy Donovan turned down UNC. That seems crazy to think, but all reports say that he's happy in Chicago, his family's here, and but they just stink. So who cares? That's the most important thing. Don't stink.
Yeah.
This Yumper saying this is Cowley, not they. Floated Billy as VP and Tibbs back coaching, and that's straight from Crowley.
You know what?
Cowley.
I'm in. I would be in on that. Tibbs got a lot of hate, and rightfully so, because of the Derrick Rose stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Tibbs coaching was the last time I actually gave a fuck about Bulls basketball. Yep. So, like, I don't like doing the recycled bit in Chicago sports because they all do it. The White Sox do it. The Bulls do it. Every team does the whole recycled bit. Like, people were clamoring for Lovie Smith to come back one time. But the Bulls are so down right now that I would take a Tibbs rehire.
But can Billy be a scout? Can he scout talent? That's the question.
He could build franchises, or at least build college franchise. Like, I don't know if he can be, but I would anything is better than what they like. This is, you know what this is? This is Chris Getz all over again. I shat on Chris Getz when they did the nepotism hire, but he's been better than the predecessor. I'm not saying he's been good, but anything better than what was before.
Yeah, but see, we can't have that mindset. We got to have the Bears mindset,
yes.
Where like we shouldn't just be happy with being better than where we're at. And I'm not speaking as a Bulls fan. I just don't watch basketball like that. But like, we gotta, like, as Chicago fans, stop like making this like acceptable. Like, we can't like accept mediocrity. We gotta fucking demand more. Danny's like, fuck this basketball shit.
Yeah, he was all in on Jonathan Cannon. As soon as we started talking Bulls, he's like, I gotta go to work tomorrow. See ya.
Yeah. Priorities.
Yeah. I don't trust the Bulls to get this right, obviously, because a Reinsdorf is still in charge of this team. I just hope that whoever they do choose, has enough common sense to make the right decisions. That's all. And not make some of the bad draft choices that we did, bad trades that we did, holding on to guys too long, not getting enough value back when everyone gives away first round fucking draft picks like they're fucking, peanut butter, like candy bars. And, we're just getting a whole bunch of fucking second round picks.
But dude, if you own all the second picks in the second round, one of them's got to hit.
So yeah, we'll see what Michael has to say. I have a feeling, like Joey, you said you hope that he gets a chance to answer tough questions. He's not. He is not going to answer any hard questions. And if he does get a hard question, he's going to give a very fucking politician answer on it.
I just want a team owner in this town to speak like they care about the fans and winning a championship and showing how they're going to do it. Actually execute and talk about a plan and what they're going to do to execute it.
Oh yeah, honestly, I'm done with the lip service. Like, just show me.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't care about the fans? Chicago Sky.
Back-to-back basketball, baby.
Angel Reese already gone. Grand opening, grand closing. 2004 7th overall draft pick. Gone to the Atlanta Dream for 2 first-round picks. And I saw someone, I don't follow, the Sky, predominantly, but I did see someone tweet out all of the first-round picks that they have shipped off and all the championships that those picks have won. Sky are another shit show organization. There was the whole rumblings with her, like, butting heads with the coach and the front office last year. You kind of saw like the writing was on the wall with this, but she's another star player out of Chicago.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, Atlanta is really trying to build something, so they want to start with a key brick. And that key brick is going to be her.
Nah, it's just unfortunate.
Good night, everybody.
Angel is she's a legit superstar in this league, and for this franchise again to turn over and turn over and turn over and turn over, I feel bad for anyone that is a season ticket holder of the Chicago Sky, because your team definitely is not one that's invested in winning. It's just going to churn and churn, and bet you anything, these 2 first-round picks they just acquired 2 years from now, they'll be out the door too, unless there are some significant changes and the care to win.
Yeah, in a city of terrible owners and terrible front offices, we're probably looking at the worst ones. And Jason, you said it was her. I saw it from Herb Lawrence, but I saw it a bunch of different places. People talking about like the people that the Sky have run off. It's Sylvia Fowles, Elena Deladon, Courtney Williams, Gabby Williams, Candace Parker, Kalia Copper, and now Angel Reese. They have no plan, no vision, no, like the fact that you just can't market Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. I joked when they got drafted about the Twin Towers things. Obviously, that's a bad joke. Don't market them that way. But they're brand names. Are they good? It depends who you ask. There's some people that argue that Angel Reese can be a predominant star in this league. She is a star if you're talking ad dollars and you're talking cents. And the fact that like the Sky just keep running them out of town, it's tough, man. And like you mentioned, Joey, like it's just bad in a city of terrible owners. They might be the worst.
Before the Fire got their new owner, where was it at? Was Sky still the worst?
The Fire were really, really bad. And Joey was talking about like, I want to, you just said, I'm tired of like, you know, the owners with the political answers and stuff like that. Joe Mansueto has said time and time again that like, this is what we're going to do. And this is how we're going to try to win. The Fire on Saturday beat the #1 team in the MLS 1-0 and are right now a very good team. Obviously this is year 2 of like their real rebuild, but they're already there. They're going to get a new stadium. I think the last piece is like them signing a big star. But yeah, no, right now I would argue that the Fire owner is the best owner in the city right now, which is crazy to think about 3 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. Let's get a quick drink from Yump. He says RIP HLIC. Also drink. Headlamp in charge is sitting right outside that door right now. He is not dead. He's just retired.
Hang him in. If you hang him in the rafters, isn't he just a different form of lamp?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring Headlamp in charge to the next tailgate, and everyone can take a photo with Headlamp in charge.
Oh no, things
free?
are gonna happen to that lamp.
Are we? Is this a free or are we charging for this?
We might charge. We might have to charge for photos.
Yeah, be like Scottie Pippen.
I'll get to that a little later. All right. Peter, you got some it's Masters Week?
Yes, it is. I had my Masters hat. I forgot it upstairs. I was gonna swap hats over the top style.
You got some bets for us. You got some juicy Masters bets.
If you guys followed us, or at least followed us since we started the BumCast, the one thing I will go to bet on is my golf bets for majors. Jason, I know we've won some money in the past going back.
Oh, yeah.
If you're looking at this graphic right now, and if you know golf, you're probably telling yourself this is a lot of chalk. And what my argument to that is, the Masters, out of all of the majors or all of the tournaments in golf right now, is the chalk major. So 12 out of the last 12 winners have been top 25 in that year's ranking. The best of the best typically win this golf tournament. It's not like an underdog story. It's not like a no-name guy. To win the Masters, you have to be that guy. So Scotty Scheffler is the favorite. He's been the favorite, last 3 years. He's coming off of not playing for a couple weeks. His wife just had a kid 10 days ago.
No.
He's good enough to where I saw people saying like, like he just had a kid 10 days ago. Like he's obviously not in the lab. He's not, this is almost better for him. Like he's that good where like he just, like I'm out of the house. I'm out of this. Like I'm going out there, and he's Chuck. So I like that he just had a kid. Dougie, you're agreeing with me?
Yes, I'm agreeing with you. Now that I'm thinking about it, the dude ran over a cop and then won. Like he puts that stuff out of his mind. You're right.
Saying.
The first thing that yeah, when I heard about the kid, I was like, yeah, I'm like, we know what those days were like, those first couple of weeks. I mean, rich people don't usually deal with that type of stress. You know what I'm saying? Like they usually have a couple 2-3 nannies laying around. But yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, he did run over a police officer and then won that same day. So okay, yeah, I'm in on that.
So I did my bum bets after Jason. You're like, hey, bum bets for Masters. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in. So I did them, and then I went back and looked at the graphic. Last year, I had Oberg and Colin Morikawa too. But if you remember last year, I didn't really hit anything, but they were all sniffing the top 10. They were kind of all over the place. So now Oberg has better odds than he did last year, and Colin Morikawa, he's the guy that typically he should be right in that like plus 800, plus 900, because he's been playing really good. The last tournament he played, he went out with an injury. So people don't know how healthy he is. But if he is back to his old form, or like, he rested a couple weeks, I think that's good value at plus 3,500, because it's typically like, at worst plus 1,100. So like you're getting good odds, even though he's a little banged up. And then the last one is, I'm an honorable guy. I hate Patrick Reed. Julie knows this. I don't like the guy. So the fact that I'm betting him makes me think like that just shows you that I'm doing this on the up and up. I don't like Patrick Reed at all, but he's won 2 times in the DP World Tour in the last calendar year. He's playing really good golf, and it's really good value. He's won at the Masters before. You always see these repeat winners. So that's the Patrick Reed bet. Other than that, I got a couple top 10s, a couple top 20s. The one guy, and I did this last year, and I'm going to keep doing this. It's people tell me that I'm an ageist, but I always bet one old guy to make the cut. Last year, it was Bernhard Langer. Remember, Jason? And
that motherfucker, man.
But Bernhard Langer was playing really good right up until the end. He missed the cut by 1 stroke, but we were all cheering for him. VJ is an old guy. He's way down in the odds, but I'm always rooting for one of these old guys. It always happens. It's always Freddie Boom Boom Couples or Bernhard Langer. This year, I got VJ to make the cut plus 320. You got to root for one of the olds.
Yeah. Fucking Langer, dude.
I know. I hate that motherfucker.
Oh my god, dude. We were all watching that live, and we were all MFing baloney.
Yeah, I think Aaron was so even bad. Like following the bets, and she's like, "What is this Langer? He's so old." And I'm like, "That's the fun part of it. Root for an old."
Choked at the end.
He's not gonna win, but just because a lot of these bets, it's till Sunday, the final. Yeah. So you gotta make a couple of the make the cut bets, because those cash out, and after Friday. So
then you got some free money to play,
and
with.
You got exactly. So I would say make a couple of the make the cut bets.
Yep. Hell yeah. All right. But Baloney's gonna post those on the socials
tomorrow morning.
All right.
You know what I would like to do too next week is recap the Masters dinner like we did last year.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, because that was really fun critiquing the shit out of like
what we could probably look it up right now if you want to do that. Like it's the graphic is up on like the interwebs.
I just hadn't seen it. I didn't know if it was out there
we'll
yet.
We'll save it for
how
next
we're
week.
doing.
All right, we'll save it for next week. Yeah,
save it for next week. All right. Before we're gonna do a quick this.
ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com is the home for all Chicago sports bums merch. We have Bears, Hawks, Sox, and Bums merch available. Anything you need to get ready for a big game or a Chicago Sports Bums event. Remember, all profits go directly back into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates to keep the beer and food free for everyone. So head over to ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com and pick up a couple 2-3 shirts today.
And with that, we're announcing our brand new Whiskey at Comiskey homeowner tee that we always drop every year. This year's theme was Kiss. Thanks for Johnny for the awesome design. But as always, the back of the shirt, we got everyone who showed up to our tailgate. We set out our RSVP list. You have the option to have your name, your handle added to the back as a true old school concert style tee. So if you like this design for Kiss, the Whiskey at Comiskey homeowner, remember, all of our profits go back into Whiskey at Comiskey for all our tailgates for the year. So if you were there, hopefully, help support us and grab a shirt. And you can see your handle on the back there. Yeah, so.
And these are one of our only shirts that are super limited. We don't keep them around forever.
Yep. Those they'll probably be up till maybe the end of the month, and then they're gone. So, and cheers to you, Adam. Happy you're enjoying the show. All right. I think we got to bump some people, guys.
Ready?
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
Bum.
All right, we got a lot of listener bums and every beast this week. First up is Aaron Bum, the Chicago Sky money laundering ass agency. Ooh,
that could be true. That could be true.
Yeah, maybe they need it. Maybe they need to be investigated here. Get the SEC, FBI. That sucks. MVB, Sandra's brother-in-law, Billy Jean, Chris King, for making us some bomb ass Branzino Friday. I love Branzino, man.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
Peter,
one, no invite, but that's okay because I don't fuck with fish all that much. But the way she phrased this as Sandra's brother-in-law, Billy, it's also my brother-in-law. You could have just said Coloni's brother-in-law. What are we doing here?
Next up, Yumper, MVB, Dow Bowles. Yes, finally did the right thing. And Sox, we are back, baby, until we lost. Bum, Bowles for waiting too damn long. I mean, that's always with a Jerry Reinsdorf owned team, man. They have to fail miserably numerous times and fans to get revolting before they actually do something. So.
You think anybody was in the Bulls parking lot running around like you were when they
We did it.
I still remember because I forgot to bring a belt that game, and I'm walking around and my pants keep falling down. And I'm walking holding them with one hand, they firing again.
And that was the day Jason became a sexual predator.
No, you and Aloha Mr. Hand just ran down lot B and hugged each other like it was like The Notebook. All you need is a little bit of rain.
The Colonel, fine. So the gentleman, MVB, Ginger Mescal for finally getting on Twitter. I have to give Ginger Mescal a follow.
Yeah, give her
everybody.
Yeah, I like how they got the spirit. Both got spirits in their names. I like that.
Yeah,
yeah. Dougie, you weren't here last week, but I decided I'm just gonna start calling him Joe Bourbon.
Joe Bourbon.
I said it doesn't sound very Southern generally. It sounds like he's from New Jersey at that point.
Yeah.
Joe Bourbon.
It's Joe Bourbon.
Yeah.
Bum of the week, White Sox doubters.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
we're back, baby. Yump says, taking a page out of Wally's playbook, not wearing a belt. Yeah. So happens when you're a fat guy. You don't need a belt.
Wore an onion as a belt,
which was a style at the time. All right. Next up, we get King S. MVB, Caitlin Reeves, 24. No reason, but sometimes no reason necessary.
The better of the Reeves.
Yes. The one who I actually heard that she wanted to come to the tailgate, but Sam said, no, you're staying home because there's no chairs.
And he said, now wash the dishes because he's misogynist. Sam did. Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, if Sam would like chairs, he could find us a chair sponsor. We'll gladly reach out to him.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine the BumCast sponsored by Walter E. Smith? Sign me up.
Yeah. Sam dripped it and we built it.
Bum of the week, rain and flooding and mud and stuff. It's been
agreed.
Moist.
I said allegedly. That's what Sam did. That was not me. I'm just reporting the news.
Yeah, we do like to break news occasionally on the, Peter. You do the Fox segments. I did TMZ for a while. We are, kind of media.
A credit. Yeah. Print the shirts. Kind of media.
JT MVP White Sox current momentum that ended today. Bum of the week, stadium designers that don't address obvious issues like how people will want to walk through from one side of a section to another. Bring on the Ishbia Dome. I think that's a 108 fight comment.
Happens.
Yeah. Jeff Bartlett MVP. People who do let others walk through the first row in section 108. Dougie, you missed that. There was almost a second fight of.
No, there was a second fight.
There was.
Fight, yes.
Yeah. That was the first one.
Yeah, this is
the
actually
first
the first one. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it better than the second one?
People try to cut through to go to the craft cave in the first row.
Okay. That could get fucking annoying.
Yeah, but there was like a million empty seats, and you could see me telling them, like, just go move over if you didn't. Like, they did not want to let people through.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair. Didn't know the six.
Jerry O'Sullivan, MVP. First, the Bums for hosting the best opening day tailgate. Appreciate you, kind sir. 2, everyone who assisted the Bums in setting up and running the tailgate. We appreciate everyone who convoyed in and helped with the setup crew. That was
damn.
Tailgate gang.
That's a rough comment there by Julie. You get dragged, baloney.
It's just because I was making fun of Sam Ass. God damn it, that guy is the bane of my existence. You'll rule the day, Sam Ass.
You're gonna do a Skeletor.
Sam Ass got me in trouble.
Tina, MVP, all the Bums and friends that helped organize and reschedule a tailgate of 300 peeps, including JP Grazianos for accommodating the reschedule. Yes, big shout out to Jim. We were hoping that we were actually talking about, because of potential rain, that we were going to have a whole bunch of sandwiches undressed, so that people were going to have to add their own like mayo and oil vinegar because we didn't want to risk, the delay and everything. And then I will give the Sox credit for calling that game a day in advance and not waiting until the morning of to do it. So we were able to get everyone some nice, delicious, fresh sandwiches. And thanks to JP Grazianos. Bum of the week, people that cannot keep their hands to themselves and or feet, shoes off the seat and ledge in front of them. That's a problem in the baseball games. Don't put your feet up.
Don't put your feet up or you're going to get them moved.
Yeah. Now, I could say if you're there, it's a Tuesday day game. There's 1,000 people in the whole stadium. You got the whole section. Put your feet up if you want. I don't care about that.
I'm a fat guy. My feet are never getting that elevated, especially in those seats.
But yes, packed opening day. No go.
Yeah.
All right, next up. The Love Family, MVP, the Chicago Sports Bums, incredible opening day tailgate. Seeing how far you all go out of your way for everyone is truly amazing. Thanks, fellas. Go White Sox. Let's get 4 in a row. Yeah, we appreciate Travis for, and the love, all the whole Love Family for showing up. And
Janae, Travis.
Yeah. For showing up early. And we like to joke, like when people, we ask if people want to volunteer, and I feel like they get a crash course in tailgating when they come and set up, and people can actually see how much work we put into it, and I feel like they're more appreciative once they get put to work.
Yeah, and Travis was down for the cause, man. He was lifting all the heavy tubs, all of the coolers. I was like, I'm sorry. And then he's like, nah, let's do it. And like, he moved everything back to the second section once we decided to do that. They were so helpful.
Bum of the week, no bums on this heater. Baseball is back. Let's keep it rolling. Hold on. My wife's got some news. Wait, I missed it. Where you're talking about how Peter used a ridiculous amount of soap to wash one glass at our bar.
Damn.
Making sure it's clean.
Hey, Joey, high five.
Yes.
Our wives ain't watching.
There you go.
I can say all the shit I want.
Mine's asleep.
Cindy Brown. Well, hey, you better watch it. From what I've heard, Maddie likes to listen through the floor.
She does. She hasn't left me my note yet.
So you might get ratted out.
I might.
MVBs to the Bums for a great tailgate to kick off the 2026 season. Kylie Miller from CBS 2 Chicago for her debut appearance, and Sox sweeping Toronto and the Bulls finally firing Acme. Yeah. Oh, we forgot about Kylie Miller came by. took some photos. You know, good to see that CBS out there. Bum of the week: Chicago Sky and the Fools who started the fights in Section 108. Good bumps. Mike, bum of the week. I'm bumming Scottie Pippen for charging $600 for an auto. Yeah, so I know
This is crazy.
We're going to talk about this later. Yeah, so that's what, just for a photo op?
No,
Photo
that's
signed
just for the
photograph?
autograph. If you want the photo op, it was another 650 or six. It's actually more for the photo than it is for the autograph. 664 for the autograph or for the photo. 654 for the autograph.
Scotty, I love you, but this is another reason why I pegged you as my bum of the week last week.
Beef Loaf, come get your mans. This is
That AI photo when he just got the rocket on his crotch.
I don't know. Do you think, honest question, do you think Scottie Pippen is running his own media, social media?
Mm-mm.
Zero chance, right? He needs to fire that intern or fire that person. I don't know if it's probably his kid or something. They are not doing a good job.
Yeah.
You think that there's anything that like Scottie Pippen would sign that would make it worth more than, okay, so $654. Is there anything that he would sign that would make it worth more than $655?
I mean, maybe if it was something like
game used
Bulls champion.
It would have to be
Bulls
101 type shit, right?
Yeah, it'd have to be like these are the shoes I wore when we won our 6th title or won our first title or something. Like here's a ball. Here's I
don't think I've ever told this story because obviously when you're a kid, you don't know all the stories. But like, I was a Scottie Pippen guy, and my mom was she worked in the higher ups of Montgomery Ward. Scottie Pippen was like sponsored by Montgomery Ward at one time. He signed a basketball for like a bunch of kids that parents worked there and stuff. I played for it. I played with it for like a whole summer. I was
an autographed basketball.
I was the Sandlot kid. Hey man, at that time, ball was life. I didn't give a fuck.
Now you can say it's game ball used.
I was that kid from the Sandlot, but with the Scottie Pippen autograph.
Is it all like faded out now?
Yeah, dude, that thing was like left in the driveway, like somewhere.
You threw it in the trash. I fucked this ball.
No Jordan.
I would not have done that with a Jordan.
Was that a like Montgomery Ward's ball? Because like back in the day, they used to love
It was like those like basketballs that you used to get like with like the really spiky, rubbery, grippy parts, but like they wore out real fast. Mm-hmm. So then it was like basically
you're like 10 years old and you could palm the basketball. But it just sticks to your hands.
I was like in third grade.
Those signatures always turned out like shit anyway because of the bumps.
Yeah, because of the bumps. Yeah. So I played ball with mine.
Shout out Montgomery Wards. That's where I met Macho Man when I was a little kid.
They used to do good like autograph signings at like it used to be Electronic Avenue where they sold all their TVs. They used to always have like sports signings there.
Oh yeah.
And Mike's MVP Pope Leo for the White Sox Easter Miracle Weekend. He needs to work. He needs all the prayers for the Sox this season.
Yeah.
Shout out blue collar Pope Leo. First Pope since 1994 to carry the cross by himself for the
all
stations.
Of the cross.
I could see Pope Bob be like, "Your Holiness, I will carry this for you." Like, I ain't no bitch.
I got it. He did it. That's Southside, baby.
I'm from the South Side, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's just used to motherfucker stealing shit from him. He's like, that's a true South Side.
He's like, yeah, the cross is gonna be on cinder blocks after mass.
Yeah, hands off. This is real gold.
All right, next up, Mailman Jack, bum of the week. Who's ever responsibility or lack of responsibility that is protocol for entering right field. It's ridiculous. He said this was second inning. So once again, another season, Sox can still not figure out how to get in. Now, we talked about this last weekend for the Milwaukee Brewers. They got the facial recognition. You can do like basically TSA pre-check to get into the park. And then we were told in the comments that because of Illinois and their biometric privacy laws, we're never going to have that. I'm kind of like, maybe we need to start a petition or something, get a whole bunch of angry bulls Bears, Sox fans just to sign a petition to get this law fixed. But the Sox need to figure this out, man. Invest in some just body scanners where you can just walk through, hands up, do something, man. This is still ridiculous year over year.
Burn it to the ground. Here's the thing. I'm happy that Whiskey at Comiskey went off without a hitch. I'm happy that like the first opening, series was a sweep and vibes were high and everyone was having a good time. We needed those vibes to be high because the ops in that ballpark were atrocious from start to finish. Getting into the lots, terrible. The concessions, bad. The bathroom lines were horrible. I love the craft cave, Jay. And I love our attendant that gives us a hug every time we go down there to grab a beer. But they got 3 kiosks that you could go pay for yourself. But they got one attendant that makes sure you're only using one kiosk at a time. So the line backs up to 100. Like there's like probably 50 people in that line. Obviously, Sunday the point of sale service was down at the entire ballpark. Like Saturday. It's a shit show. It's a shit show, and this is game and week 1 of them, and it wasn't even sold out. The day we were at there, it was what 31,000. It's bad, man. It's a bad fucking time at the ballpark, and it sucks because I love it. We walk the concourse, and the food smells great, and everything else, but like, it's a bad fucking product.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the reason why they're never going to fix this right now is because it happens so infrequently. You know, it's bobblehead days. It's days like this. If it was happening every game, you best believe they wouldn't want to hear about it every game. But they're like, you know what? We'll just listen to it when we have these big crowds. People will bitch about it. People will moan. But then we'll go right back to our, not needing new updates because we don't get a lot of people in the ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, we heard that the Sox got a new operations director for the season from the Nationals, and apparently nothing's whatever person's trying to do is either being vetoed or this isn't a high priority. So I don't know what I don't know what they're trying to fix. But
or he's learning on the fly. He's got to see the shit show before he knows how to fix the shit show, and it's been all a shit show right now.
Or we also don't know, was the Nationals a total shit show?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but here's day 1. Here's what we bitch about. Fix it. Yep. It is MVB. All y'all for putting on another spectacular edition of Whiskey at Comiskey, but especially JP Grazians for sending along some of my favorite tuna subs, and Aaron for the ticket to the game. Jack was able to get off because of the switch of the days. So.
Yeah, we're not going to say that he might have called in sick, but now I'm snitching. He might have called in sick, but it was a good call.
Yeah, I don't think the postmaster in general or whatever watches the show.
He should.
Oh, what if he does?
And sponsor us. We'll say fuck UPS all day.
No, also Mailman Jack, that's not his real name, so he's good. He's smart on that part.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, it's not?
No.
I always thought his last name was Jack.
First name Mailman. If you named your kid Mailman, you're just pretty much setting up his career path for him.
Could have named him after his daddy.
Yeah. Oh shit.
All right, let's get to our bums and MVBs. I'll start off. I don't have any bums this week. I'm just going to MVB everyone who helped set up the convoy crew, the setup crew. Thank you guys so much for, waking up earlier on Friday, with the punting the game from 3 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So obviously earlier start time than we wanted. So, obviously, everyone, you guys here, Tina, Marge, Love Family. I mean, Aaron, got early, Gordo for the tamales and everyone who just came early and helped set up, we appreciate everyone. So that's all I got. Let's go with Peter. Keep it in White Sox theme.
So I'm gonna just echo everything you just mentioned. I like to tailgate crew, the vendors, everyone that showed up, everyone that bought a shirt, anyone that asked like, hey, how do I donate or anything like that, because it does go a long way and we want to keep them free for everyone forever. But, you know, all of that help goes a long way in keeping Whiskey at Comiskey free for everyone. So thank you to everyone that, you know, thought, hey, how can we, you know, kick back a little bit. So we appreciate that. My bum, and I hate to do it while vibes were high, but I mean, they lost today, so it doesn't matter anymore. It's White Sox fans. We're 2 weeks into the season, and you're goddamn insufferable, man. And I'm talking present company included, but Jesus Christ, man, we just can't stop complaining about things that really don't matter. Whether it's like, and I'm going to say this, it does matter if you are specifically a Japanese White Sox fan or, you know, a fan of Munetaka Murakami. But I'm talking about all you White Sox Twitter bozos that have an opinion on whether or not the font should be on the back of the jersey or whether or not he should or should not be called the Southside Samurai. I'm going to tell you right now, you're too dumb to have an opinion. And I do too. It's not my fucking war to fight, and it's not yours either. Leave that to somebody that knows what the hell they're talking about, because half of you guys don't. No, 100% of you guys don't. Dude, it's been crazy. The amount of the Southside Samurai discourse, the Schriffen hate left and right. Now, you know, Connor McKnight was calling a game, and now everyone loves Connor McKnight. I listened to that game. I watched that game. Connor McKnight is just as bad. I hate to break it to you guys. Just because he's not John Schriffen doesn't make him good. That guy's not good at calling a baseball game. But again, like I mentioned, I love that baseball is back. We're excited, you know, like they won on that little winning streak and vibes were high. Insufferable White Sox fans.
MVP? Oh, you already did. Sorry. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go with Joey.
MVBs, yeah. Obviously, you guys have already. It's a consensus for me. Every single person that helped us through the caravan, a lot of the last minute, you know, moving around stuff for the rescheduling on Friday, all of y'all, thank you so much. It means a lot to everything that we're able to put through, the show that we put on for everybody, the 300. And everybody who came out, all of you are my MVP this week, of course. There's some people that, you know, I've seen at our Bears watch parties that came up to me that had never been to Whiskey Comiskey, and they were excited. I got to spend plenty of time with several of them. So shout out them. The food was a hit. All of our sponsors that were pouring were a hit. Everybody that helped out was a hit. Love y'all. Can't wait for the next one. So, and if you can, bring somebody else, because you don't want FOMO. So bring your friends, call your sons, call your daughters. Shout out my family that showed up. Half of them are Cubs fans, and they were still partying with us from my little nephew where we sang him happy birthday. That's what we do. Yeah. We're a community. We're bringing everybody together. So, yeah, that's my MVP. MVP also, number 2, quick one. Kick, flip, thrifts, and Steph for flying out. Spent some awesome 48 hours. Went on a hell of a run with them on Wednesday and Thursday. They're super sorry they couldn't show up on Friday. They had to fly back home. That's life in the fast lane, unfortunately. But yeah, Jose definitely kick flips, and Steph, thank you all for your support with those hats during the tailgate on Friday. Bum of the week. I mean, I got a couple. I can obviously make Tina one of my bums of the week. She's hard in the group text for 2 days. Joey P is going to be late. You better not be out the night before getting drunk with Jose and Steph. You better not. You know what? 4 hours of sleep. Your boy was the third one there. And what? Ha! Tina.
Talk that trash, Joey P.
Bum of the week, Tina. I love it.
Damn.
Anyways, and I finished with I love it.
Where'd Tina fall in the lineup?
I don't want to say she was. But she
hold
was,
on.
Nope, she was.
No.
Here, see, this is what happens, and now she's not gonna want to. She's not gonna want to help if we're gonna keep dragging her.
No, she's the best.
You're my MVP, Tina.
Good.
Well, she also did say it was never going to happen again. So
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, but the other bum of the week I was going to throw out here originally, what happened on Saturday with the credit card readers and all the ops in the stadium? A lot of folks are sharing that to Sandy and me when we were at the game yesterday. How they couldn't even get a beer until late innings. It really, really sucked. So I'll just say credit cards. Those readers got to be working, especially, or just open up cash and start accepting cash. They have to have a contingency at Sox Park. If your credit card stuff ain't working, just allow the beer vendors to start collecting cash again. And then guess what? I'm sure the ATMs work, right? There's ATMs around the ballpark.
Yeah, weirdly enough, for whatever reason. Yeah.
There's
Cash Stadium
ATMs,
with ATM.
but I can't use it. No, you're going to use it for tips, hopefully. So make sure you always tip your bartenders and your servers well.
That's right.
That's all I got.
All right. Real quick too, before Dougie goes, I just want to special shout out to all the bum wives who put up with us for the past couple weeks, and why we had to go through all the tailgate, especially all the extra help that they did setting up. So we appreciate the setup crew, but I think we have to give a special shout out to the wives as well for going extra and above and beyond for all of us. So
always.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going to start off. This dude's really starting to be the evergreen bum. Jeff Aggrouse, whatever, however you want to say his name. I'm not even going to do the proper amount of time to even learn his name because I just don't even really care about him. He is slowly starting to turn. I mean, I shouldn't say slowly. He has turned into the clickbait king of the Sun Times. And he's just got a boner for certain people, obviously John Schiffrin and everything. Like, he could be spending his time really hammering the club like he should, but instead he wants to nitpick on like certain people and stuff like that without getting all the facts. I'm just over him. He's a fucking nerd. And like, I very rarely mute people, but I went ahead and I have muted him just because I don't want to see him on my feed. I don't want to hear anything about him. He's a fucking loser. In my opinion, back in the day, like, newspapers were like so like esteemed, like they were like your information source. They were your, like, I don't want to say your opinion, but like they like led you in a certain direction. This dude just sucks. That's all I'm going to say. He's terrible. How he still has a job is beyond me. I can't say that I've read one thing that like I've been taken away. Like, you know what? That was a good article. I could hate a guy that writes, but sometimes they'll have something, they're Skip Bayless. Sometimes he finds a fucking acorn and you're like, all right, he's making a good point here. This dude, he makes no good points that I've ever seen. So bum of the week with him. My second bum of the week is going to be weather. In general, it's a blanket statement from my vacation and what you guys were dealing with. And that's going to lead into my MVBs. You guys have done a phenomenal job hyping up everybody else that showed up and helped and contributed and everything like that. You guys are my MVBs. You guys, the wives, everybody that went ahead and helped with this process. I never had a doubt that you guys were going to be able to pull it off. You guys always do. It sucks because I have to plan my vacations long before I have a chance to, see what the White Sox want to do with the schedule. And I've missed like 2 out of the last 3. No, wait, I missed a few. In this time or whatever. And it sucks. And I have the most FOMO out of anybody when I can't be there to help and do that. And I just want to thank you guys. And with all the adversity, like I said, I never had a doubt that you guys would be able to pull it off, from switching the sandwiches to Friday. I mean, when I turned on my phone and I saw I had 372 text messages in between, I'm not even joking, 372 text messages in between Tuesday evening and like Friday morning. I knew something had gone awry. And I was like, oh, fuck. I'm like, well, and then trying to read everything and kind of get correlated. But I just wanted to thank you guys because you guys held it down. And like I said, there wasn't a doubt that you guys ever would. But I just want to let you know that I appreciate you guys.
Have you thought about scheduling your vacations during spring training?
No, they got to talk to Madison School. Yeah, spring break. That's the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
Nah. All right. That is it for us. Dougie, welcome back. We want to thank everyone who liked, who commented, who super chat. Appreciate you all. Peter, what do you got this week on the Baloney Show?
We've got our guy, Jose, Kick, Flip, and Thrifts is going to join me on the Baloney Show because we have a question. Is Kanye back? Because half the internet is saying he's back. The other half saying he can never be forgiven for what he's done. But he sold out 2 80,000 people shows at SoFi Stadium this weekend to make me think he might be back. So we're going to get deep dive into Kanye West Wednesday on the Baloney Show. I did it.
See?
I did the
me.
Jason.
Not just me. All right.
See, the umpire says no.
No.
But other people will say yes.
All right. Guys, that's our show for the week. Everyone have a great week. Be safe. We'll catch you next week on the Baloney, or catch you Wednesday Baloney Show, next Monday on the BumCast. Have a good one, guys.